Hello, fellow creators. I have hit somebody that needs some help in trying to figure out how there's a couple different ways that we can get the upper font to match the lower font's size and scale. So there's a number of ways. So what I have done here is I just done two circles with center aligned type. The lower type is what I'm trying to match to, and the upper type is what I'm going to use that will have to match it. So first I'm going to make a quick copy of this so I can start from that. And I notice here that when I select the upper type's circle, it shows it just slightly smaller than it. So it's actually the height of the text to this one. So what I want to do is I want to scale up it. And what I did is held Alt and Shift down to scale proportionally. And then I want to find out what this font size type is, which is 35. So I want to match that. So we'll just type in 35 and it's regular point. One way I could do it is holding down Alt. I can use the right and left arrow keys on the type to separate it. That doesn't quite look like what we're wanting to do. So what I want to do is with it selected, go to my characters panel here. And now I can scale horizontally. But that at the same time doesn't quite look like this font here. So the other option I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hybrid between them. I'm going to do 110 scale, but I'm going to have to, 110 scale. And then I'm going to have to separate the words a little bit more. So this is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it would be to not use a circle. I'm going to copy, I'm going to type, just paste the text. I'm going to copy, I'm going to hit the tip tool, hit paste. I'm going to match photography to that. This one, I'm going to create a rectangle to match that size. I'm going to duplicate that rectangle. Then in my layers palette here, I'm going to make sure that the square is on top of the text. I'm going to hit Control Alt C to create an envelope distort using the top square. The same thing down here, Control Alt C. Now I have a distort tool for both of them. So what I'm going to do here is first on this one, I'm going to use the envelope distort. I'm going to make sure I'm right on the edge. I'm going to make sure I get as close to center as possible. And then I'm going to use the direct select the edge, hit scale, shrink that size down. I'm going to select, hit the direct select, hit that. Actually, I'm going to undo. With direct select, I'm going to select both edges, hit scale, go to the center, and go perfectly upward. Now I can take this and I can scale up this from the center to match that. Then with these two, I'm going to take this one, go effects, warp arch, and it's going to be 100% arch, but in the negative. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this one, effects, arch, and then this one be 100% positive. Now, if I line these two squares up with each other, I get this type of distort. This is one other way of doing it, and with a little bit of tweaking and adjustments, I'm going to select these 3 points here, and I'm just going to use the up arrows until it looks good, and a little bit of adjustment. That's one other way to do it, to get that effect, so you get a warp effect on that, and none of it was permanent. So if I really wanted to edit this, I can select the envelope, come up here to the star to edit content. And now, if I want the text to be spaced out a little bit from, spaced out from a little bit from each other, I can adjust the tight gaps and it will adjust live to my edit. And then this way, nothing was permanent. I can also adjust the width, but because the envelope is holding on to the width, it's not going to adjust. But that's another option that we have. And then there was one more, but I'm not remembering it at the moment. If I do figure it out, I will add to this window. Remember to stay creative, and I hope this helps.